Right, let's do this integral. We've got the integral of log of root x from 1 to e. So we'll use a u sub. We'll have u is equal to the square root of x, which we can rewrite as x to the power of a half. So when we differentiate this thing, we'll get du dx is equal to a half x to the minus half, which is the same as 1 over 2 square root of x, which is the same as the square root of x is u. This is 1 over 2u. So now we can rearrange this thing and say that dx is equal to 2u du. Spot on. We'll have a look at our limits. So if x is equal to e, then u is going to be equal to the square root of e. And if x is equal to 1, then u is the square root of 1, which is just 1. So we can stick this all together inside the integral. We're going to have the integral from 1 to the square root of e of log of root x, so log of u, multiplied by 2u du. So we'll stick the u out there, stick the 2 out the front, and the du on the end. For this bit then, we'll do by parts. We'll have the thing to integrate as u. So integrating that gives us u squared on 2. And the thing to differentiate we'll have as the log of u, which gives us, when we differentiate it, 1 over u. So sticking that all together, our integral becomes, we still need the 2 at the front, and then we're going to have u times v, so u squared on 2, multiplied by log of u, evaluated between 1 and the square root of e. Take away the integral from 1 to the square root of e of u dash times v. So the 1 on u here and the u squared will make just a u. Then we'll have an on 2 as well still. So still going to divide by 2. But we can actually see now, where we should have had a 2 here, that all of these 2's and halves will cancel off. So we'll cross them all out. No more 2's. And have a look at what our integral should be. So plugging in the limits to the first bit, we'll get the root of e squared. So that makes just e. Multiplied by log of the root of e, which we'll write as e to the half. And then we'll take away, when we need to integrate this thing, we'll get u squared on 2. Evaluated at root e and 1. So dealing with first of all this little bit, the power laws means that we could take this half to the front. So we'll have a half of e and then log of e. But log of e is just 1. So all we've got there is a half of e. Now substitute in the e squared into u squared on 2. Sorry, the root of e into the u squared on 2. Well, the square and the square root will cancel. So we'll have just e on 2. And then we'll take away a takeaway, so make a plus, of 1 squared on 2, which is just a half. And now our 2 halves of e, they cancel off with each other. So all we're left with is a half.